Hey everyone, so I'm at the theater with my friend Wesley here. We're
Hi.
about to see Fun Home the Play. If you don't know, it was based on the graphic novel by Alison Bechdel. And eventually, well, so after this, I will do a comparison of the book versus the musical. And thanks to Wesley because he's the one who snagged these tickets last minute.
So excited.
Hey everyone, so from my intro, I guess you guys know that yesterday I saw the musical Fun Home. So what I'm going to do now is give you guys my review comparison of Fun Home, the graphic memoir, versus Fun Home, the musical. I'm sorry I didn't do this last night and put it up, but instead of going straight home after the play, I pretty much was stuffing my face with district taco. And when I got back, it was late and I had to be up for work earlier than usual. So decisions had to be made and this video is going to go up late. I will also owe you guys an extra video down the line because this will be my 10th video for a video a day in May. Alright, so to get into Fun Home, so basically the same idea or the same premise of Fun Home, the book, is the musical. So this is a graphic memoir by Alison Bechdel. She is known for doing a couple comic series, but she is mostly known for her book Fun Home, which is the memoir, pretty much about her relationship with her father. It also covers a bit of her growing into her sexuality or recognizing her own sexuality, and this that also has a lot to do with her father, not to get too into it. So the book starts off with, and the play pretty much, it's Bechdel reminiscing, thinking back about her relationship to her father and kind of his relationship with her mother. Her parents were married because when she was in college, her father was hit by a truck and he died. Now, what makes this interesting, along with some other things I don't really want to spoil, is that she thinks this was an actual suicide, like a successful suicide attempt, rather than the accident that it was written off as. In that retrospect, that is pretty much what the musical was about. Now, of course, the musical was a bit more entertaining and there was a little bit more comic relief in the musical than this book. This book is not a happy-go-lucky book at all. It's not funny, but they had to, if they didn't do the comic relief in the musical, I don't think people could have kind of made it through and it wouldn't have been entertaining, or I should say as enjoyable. I think if on stage, it would have definitely been something that people didn't really come out feeling good about watching if they didn't put those lighter hearted elements in there. And the music also helped as well. Like, it helped some of the specific emotional points that Bechdel was trying to make. And I think sometimes where in the book she comes off as a bit emotionless, more so like you can tell in the book that she's trying to kind of put certain pieces back together about her father and you know, if this was a suicide attempt or not, the way he died. But the musical definitely, I think, brought more emotion to the book. What the musical also did well was incorporate Bechdel, how the book is, she's not just retelling her life, but she's actually kind of telling how she put the book together. So you kind of see her thinking and kind of contradicting herself in certain ways, and how she's conflicted in, you know, writing her father and her family in the book we know as Fun Home. So there are moments where she's referring to herself as a young girl, and then there are moments where she's referring to herself back in college, and then you have Allison, the author, who is writing the book currently. It sounds a bit confusing, but it's much more clearer on stage because the adult Allison is consistently on stage while you have young Allison and college Allison acting. She's constantly in the background. And that's exactly kind of how it is in the book. She is constantly narrating in the background. The use of pictures, it all makes sense. It actually makes very, very good sense of how a graphic novel, I guess, like it can become a movie, how it can also become a stage play, because it's pretty much blueprinted right in here. Now, something I didn't like, because I really enjoyed this about the book, is that I think by the end of the book, you're able to make your own decisions based on certain things that Allison says in the book about her father and her father's relationship and how he died, that were made more clearer in the play, as in, for people watching the play, I think, and this is how I felt when I was watching the play and I was talking to Wesley, he definitely took it as her father committed suicide. I think he did as well. However, in the book, I think the reader is allowed more space to make that conclusion for themselves. Whereas those creating the musical, and Bechdel definitely did help with the musical. They pretty much had her kind of oversee the whole project. But it's not, I feel like they made the decision to hone in on this idea of her father actually committing suicide rather than like the fact that she doesn't know. Like, I mean, of course she says in the play that there's a certain scene where she's like kind of going back and forth, where she you know, makes it very clear that she's confused and conflicted on how, you know, to process her father's death, and even certain parts of his sexuality. But in the play, I think they're insinuated to go more one direction than another. And I kind of missed that part. That part is what, you know, the fact that you were able to come up with your own conclusions, I think is one reason why I really like this book, and why this book has won so many awards, and why this is pretty much hands down like her best work so far. And I kind of missed that with the play, but at the same time, the play had so many other elements that kept you entertained and kept you watching and kept you engrossed in her story, that if you didn't read the book, you would still totally like the play. Everybody pretty much gave it a standing ovation once it was finished, and including myself. There were people being, you know, getting teary-eyed in the audience. I wasn't one of those people for once, but it was still touching and moving to watch. And I'm so glad Wesley invited me last minute, and it was a great experience. If you guys get to see the play, I definitely think you guys should pick up the book if you are interested in it. If you've seen the book or if you've read the play, I said that backwards. If you read the book or seen the play, let me know and we can discuss below. If you want to see it, whatever, also let me know. And yeah, let me shout out Wesley, because I'm pretty sure he'll watch this. He told me he watches my vlogs. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.